Hey everybody, Fat Pastor here. I am in beautiful Coos Bay, Oregon, on the Oregon coast and the southern part of the state of Oregon. It is a gorgeous day. It was supposed to be rainy all week, but we prayed. We said none of that. And man, look, it is beautiful out here. And so we're enjoying a nice sunny day, and we're gonna cook some fresh Oregon coast seafood. It came from right out there. I picked up some spot prawns just a few minutes ago. We're gonna prep those up, show you what that's all about, and then we're gonna make some beautiful salmon, some coho salmon as well. So welcome to the Fat Pastor Coos Bay, Oregon edition. Hey everybody, Fat Pastor here, and I am in Coos Bay, Oregon. It is a gorgeous day, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some beautiful spot prawns that I bought just a couple minutes ago, and we're going to prepare those with some fresh coho salmon. And I want to show you these because they're pretty cool. They were alive when I got them, and this is really special because you can only get these during a certain time of the year. It's only during the month of May that you can really get these spot prawns nice, fresh, live. You can buy them frozen other times of the year, but to get them live and fresh like this, it's the best. And then we're going to do something that I've never done before, and that's going to be a little fun. Hopefully it turns out well. I think it will. So check this out. Here we go. We've got these beautiful fresh spot prawns. I'm going to try and pick these up without them freaking out on me. You can hear them probably bouncing around. Look at that sucker. Woo! He's a live one. Let's get him up. When you get them, you have to take care of them pretty quickly because what happens is they release an enzyme as they start to pass away. So you have to cook them really fast. You have to deal with them really fast, and then you have to cook them up. So what we're gonna do, and if you ever get some live spot prawns, you can do this as well. You take them and you take the head off, and then you put the tail on ice. And then what we're gonna do that I've never done before is you're supposed to slurp out the head raw. I know. Now for some of you that's not a big deal. For others, you're gonna freak out when you see this. But my understanding is that it is absolutely amazing, that it's fresh. It shouldn't be fishy. One of the things that I've learned about seafood is, one, I'm not crazy about super fishy flavors. And so if something from the ocean tastes super fishy, it probably wasn't good. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see if it was really as fresh as I think it is. So now if you're squeamish, what I'm about to do might be offensive to some. I apologize. I love animals too, but I also love to eat them. What we're gonna do is we're going to carefully disconnect the head from the body, quickly, humanely, and then this animal will be ready, prepped to eat. All right, so we're gonna do that as quickly as we possibly can. Here we go. Look away now if you're squeamish. Here we go. All right, so we got the head off, and we are left with the tail. That is beautiful. So we got it. We're gonna put it on ice there. We're gonna do it with the rest of them, and then we're gonna try these heads out. All right, here we go. All right, you ready? Here we go. We're gonna slurp the head. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really nervous about this, but if everything that I've heard and read is true, this should be super good. It actually is really nice. It's super clean. It really isn't fishy at all. It's just, it's sweet. It's slightly salty, but it's not overly salty. Man, that's gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started on cooking our dinner. We've got those beautiful spot prawns that are ready to go. I had those chilling on ice until I was ready to use them, and then I took the shells off of the tail, and they are ready to go at the very end. We're gonna make that the last thing that we do. We've got some awesome coho salmon here. It's beautiful, red color. I'll show you that in just a second. We're gonna make a lemon butter sauce with some tomatoes and green onion and garlic to go over the top of the rice and the salmon that we're going to pan sear, and I'll walk you through all of that. So let me show you what we've got here that we're going to be cooking with tonight. All right, so you can see here that we have got our coho salmon. We've got some nice grape tomatoes, some green onion that's cut up and ready to go. Our garlic is chopped up and ready to go. The whole cloves we're going to be using to baste our salmon with, and then we got our lemon. And then there are our spot prawns that we took the shell off of. Those are ready to cook as well. Again, those are going to be the very last thing that we do because they cook super fast. One of the other things that I think is really important is that when you are getting ready to pan sear your salmon, make sure that you score the back of the skin. You want to just put a few nice slices right down the line, and what that's going to do is that's going to help your salmon cook much more evenly, and it'll also keep it nice and flat for both for presentation and also again for helping it to cook evenly. Let me show you what that looks like. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started on cooking this thing, and so I'm going to use some grapeseed oil. I love grapeseed oil because it has a really nice flavor. It's very similar to olive oil, but it also has a really high smoke level, and so it takes a lot to get that stuff burnt. That's nice because olive oil, it's not too hard to burn olive oil, so I really like the grapeseed oil. What we're going to do is we're going to season it, and then for the seasoning, I want you to see, this is called Miracle Blend. This is made by my good friend Mihan, who is from Seattle. She was one of the top 80 in our search for the next Master Chef. And so she makes this. It's a really nice blend of sea salt and black pepper and white pepper that's been roasted. So we're going to use that for our seasoning tonight. And if you want to get your hands on some of this stuff, you can just send an email to miracleseasoning@gmail.com, and you can ask for some of this, and she'll hook you up. It's really, really, really good stuff. So we're going to season up our salmon. We're going to get it in the pan. We're going to sear it off, and then we'll make our sauce. All right, so we are ready to go with our salmon. So we're gonna lay this down skin side down first. And we're gonna sear this over pretty hot heat for 4 minutes on one side and 3 minutes on the other. All right, we're gonna let that get going, and then we'll come back and we'll flip it over and check it out. Okay, so for our sauce for the salmon, it's going to be really simple. All we're going to do is we're going to take a stick of butter, and we're going to melt that. Once that's melted, we're going to stir in the juice of a lemon. We're going to put in some chopped garlic, about a tablespoon of chopped garlic. We're going to add in our sliced grape tomatoes, and then we're going to add in the green onion. We're going to stir that up. Check for the seasoning just to be sure. It should be just fine though, like that. And then that's going to top our salmon. It's going to be awesome. All right, well, everything is ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and plate now. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some of the rice on the plate, and then we're gonna put the salmon over that. We're gonna put some of our sauce on top of the salmon, and then we'll top it with our beautiful spot prawns. It's gonna be an amazing dish. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go ahead and plate. So like I said, we're gonna take the salmon, we're gonna set it on top of our rice, and then we're going to take our topping, which we made, the butter and the tomatoes and the garlic. We're gonna spoon that liberally over the top, and you can just see it adds a lot of beautiful color to the entire dish. We're going to do the same thing over here. Get just a bunch of that on there. This is so good. You guys really need to try this at home. I promise you, you won't be disappointed. All right, and then we've got our spot prawns. All we did with that is we just kept it very simple. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. We're not spooning the sauce over the top of that because we don't want it to take away from the natural flavor of that beautiful, beautiful spot prawn. And we're ready to go. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight, everybody. I am the Fat Pastor, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget to check out MasterChef on Fox May 31st at 8 p.m. to see if I win that coveted white apron. We'll see you then.